Hey everybody. Well, we're still in lockdown. It's been a lovely transit of the Cancer moon into the Leo moon. And wasn't that a fresh breath of fiery air? In the area that I live in is Ontario, Canada. Yeah, the one that we were getting the hashtags pray for Ontario. Yeah, that's us. We're trending for the worst reasons. Just take a look at that. 8 of Pentacles. I wanted to do some spreads for my local witches for my collective Facebook. As some of you know, I spend half my time away from home and in a place where there's less Wi-Fi, and I don't have my phone sometimes with me. 8 of Cups. Interesting. I'm getting lots of 8s right now. I do this on purpose, so I can record without, distraction. But also, I think it's hard for us to unplug. Half my time is spent with another household because I live alone, and I'm allowed to do that under the lockdown rules, and thank God for it, because I don't know what my mental health would be if I didn't have that loophole. It's really important to connect with an outside person, and it's hard, because you only have one person, but at the same time, it's so important to not just narrate your life with your own voice, because it makes me think of like Castaway, right, with Tom Hanks and the beach balls and the volleyballs and stuff. It's Wilson. We end up creating narratives that don't exist because our brain needs that, because we've been socialized our whole life from early childhood, especially in Western culture with schooling, to have socialization every single day, first thing in the morning. 20 to 30 other souls around you, beaming. And now, as a collective, we are told to, stay inside and not socialize, not connect with other people, for the betterment of the health of everybody. 8 of Cups again. So we really are looking at what has been, without knowing what's coming completely. I'm an astrologer, and I can tell you that things are going to shift and change, and when they're going to shift and change, and how it's going to feel, but I can't tell you what exactly that change is going to be. I can tell you that we have about until the nodes move out of the current signs that they're in, which is an 18-month cycle, and it started January 2020. It's not going to change again until we are May next year. Another year of this before we'll really have any headspace from an astrological perspective. The Death card. Okay, so the 3 cards we got there were the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, the Death card, and now I have the 6 of Cups on the bottom. I am not going to use this deck as much as this is a clarifying deck, just because it is missing one of my cards, because my daughter took it for good luck for this weekend. This week, while she was with her dad. Ooh, my ears are ringing. Hello, Evelyn. But I will use it for clarifications, because it is, all of my decks are powerful, and nothing's a coincidence. So if the 5 of Wands isn't in that deck, there's a reason for it. I got 5 of Wands in this one. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a reading for like what's coming. We've entered Taurus season, and now there's a stellium in Taurus. Today is the 19th, 20th? Today's the 20th of April. Happy 420! And with the Sun and Venus and Uranus and Mercury all in the same sign of Taurus, which is the Taurus is a sign of stability and financial abundance. It's Venus in her first home, which is the house of Earth. A lot of people equate Taurus energy to Earth planet, or even Ceres, goddess Demeter, because of the ability to grow the grain in the first place. 5 of Wands, there she is right there. Okay, so the Five of Wands is here, and it is coming out, and it is telling us that this is supposed to be a feisty time. Okay, they're supposed to be competitive in the air. There's fire in the air. But we are getting 8s and 4s here, so we can't deny that. So what's an 8? 8 is a power number. I am an 8 myself. 8 life force number, and it is the number of motivation and dominance, power, and movement. Not the number 1 of taking off and having your own abundant energy, but the 8 of already moving inside momentum that's already going. This is a powerful transformative energy. We got 8, 8, and 4. That's 12. It's a unity number. Unity as in like coming together in a trifecta. Here's the Judgment card came out. Can you see that? There you go. So in this Judgment card, it's a very classic Judgment card. So we have the naked people coming, one naked female, one naked male, a child in between, and angel, God, looks kind of like Gabriel, judging from above, calling with the trumpet. Honestly, angels always look so demonic to me, but scary as fuck. Excuse my language. This is the 20 too. Second card out is the Hermit card. This is 2 major arcanas in a row. The Hermit is reversed. And this is the vice versa deck. So it could have come out backwards, and it did. It came out reversed and backwards. I will show you in a second as soon as I finish shuffling for the third card. So the Hermit card, which is in the second space, which is where we are. Oh, wow. Third card out, the Magician. Fourth card on the bottom. This is old rules. This is dogma. Okay? Jesus Christ. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups on the other side. Faith. Man-made faith. Abundance of love. It's not this card. Okay? It's not this 10 of Cups. We got the reverse side of 10 of Cups. But that's just at the bottom of the deck. So, under that was the 8 of Cups. That's funny. Okay, so let's look at these 3 to begin with. We got 3 major arcana. So this is a pretty big lesson that we're going through right now. We definitely have come from a place where we felt stripped, naked, beholding a massive, judgmental, striking, universal power that would have been feeling like it ripped us to a core level of insecurity. There may be a lot of sensitivity and shame that was exposed, okay? That may have happened in this recent past. There was a unity because this is the number 2. This is 20. This is the number 2. So we have a unity of people coming together with their balance of their emotions and their physical, okay? And there is a insecurity in that. The Judgment card is saying that you are making judgments, but you are also being judged, and that is happening simultaneously. So give the type of energy you were hoping to receive, the type of honest and authentic, pure love that you're hoping to receive when you're getting judged. You have to provide that for others. So that's the lesson of the card of Judgment. So there definitely is an experience that we've been through that we felt judged. We felt naked and ripped and definitely overwhelmed, overcome. I just get this feeling of like, wow, this is too much bigger. This is so much bigger than I thought it was. And it just burst through and shook everybody. And the only person that is relaxed in this stance is that child. Because children don't fear this type of energy. They don't have to. So the next energy that I got was, again, the double reverse. This is a vice versa deck. So this is the traditional Hermit. Oops, sorry. Traditional Hermit. Try not to get the glare on there. It's kind of funny because he's got his own glare in the card. So the Hermit card talks about going into your own wisdom, packing your shit away, taking your stuff and leaving social security and moving into a security of isolation. Definitely looking to go inwards, into study, into finding your own self, looking into your own light, and casting away any focus anywhere else, okay? Like literally birthing your own self. There's also an egg right here. This egg really represents innocence. This egg represents a new life, a new start, and innocence. So we got it this way, which is the vice versa deck, and this way. So there is What I'm seeing here is there is because the Hermit card reversed, sorry, let me get it without the glare. The Hermit card reversed talks about coming out of isolation, coming out of, like literally the opposite of the Hermit card is going in. It's coming out with that knowledge and that you know, putting that innocence at the top instead of at your feet, putting it above all else. With the full moon here, kind of making this diagonal connection from the full moon up to this, sorry, I'm totally doing that wrong. The full moon up to this egg. We're getting this illumination of what's innocent. There is a full illumination now. There is not just this light he's holding to see, but actually the moonlight is opening everything up, and we can see what we're actually seeing, and the path in front of us has that egg, that innocence. I can also see on this card, there's the dogs from the Cancer card, and also on the Chariot card, there's red and white dogs. They're in this card as well. And that's the dogs of physical and spiritual manifestation. Okay, so he's looking at them going, okay, time to come out, time to go towards that egg, that new life. And with it reversed, I honestly feel like this is a forced, okay, go, you have to go. You don't really have a choice. On to new things. Definitely a perspective that you found in isolation that is different. You're coming out with a new perspective where vulnerability is at the top of priorities and manifestation and the path forward. But I do feel like this is a forced outing. Like you were judged and then pushed out. Or maybe you judged yourself and then kicked yourself out, or however it went with that shock of the Judgment card gave you like a kick out, or it could even be a kick in, because again, it's reversed, right? So he's coming out, but is he? Or is he just standing there looking at his lessons? Is he really just standing stagnant, not being able to move from his isolation? It really could go either way. Well, I'll put some more cards on that too, to look at that. The next card is the Magician, also reversed. So traditionally, Magician card, right? Magician card is the first card of the deck that shows us one man with all of the elements. He has cups, he has swords, he has wands, and he has pentacles. He has everything. And he has it on a table, and he has robes of physical red and spiritual white. He has the infinity symbol over his head. He has the stars in his background. Like, this guy is good. He is ready to go. He has everything he needs. This is the card of being the master of your own universe. Reversed, we are now looking at what that means. What does it take to be the master of your own universe? You're approaching the table. You're approaching someone else that's doing magic. You're watching and learning how to utilize all of these things and what they mean to the world. And if we look, it looks like, oh, that's so funny. There's this burn on my, I didn't do this. Look at that. See that? That's a burn. That's not supposed to be there. And there's a burn like coming out of my cup. And I didn't do that. My cups are allowed to loosely hang out in my magic box, and sometimes they get their own interactions. And apparently this cup has fire smoke coming out of it. So this is passion love, okay, in this particular deck, facing this particular way. Because if you look at the cup on this side, it doesn't have that. It has roses. So yeah, you're definitely learning the trade here. You're learning your trades. You're approaching the sun rising on you becoming the magician. Really interesting stuff. So let's get some clarification. I'm going to use the deck that I mentioned earlier. This deck is missing the Five of Wands because my daughter has it, but the Five of Wands was welcome to come out in the other deck, and it did not. We did see it once, and I will explain it again if it shows up in some other format. If we get a 2 and a 3 or a 4 and a 1, that will equal a 5, and then I will read for the Five of Wands. So can we get some clarification, 3 cards, on this Judgment, please? What is this Judgment, and why is there a child involved? Like, is it a mother and father being judged? Are we being judged on our ability to balance? Are we being judged on our parenting ability? Are we being judged on our appearances? And one more, please. Thank you, Spirit. So the 3 cards I got, 7 of Swords, 7 of Wands, Star card reversed. Star card is another major arcana. I'll show you that there. So she's generally like this, traditionally. And she's got a silver and a red vase. That's supposed to be the physical and the spiritual connection. And she is blending them together with 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot in the water to make a new creation. Kind of like Temperance, but it is a abundance. She also comes naked. So again, we have more nudity, more vulnerability. That's what nudity really symbolizes in occult things, is the vulnerability. Then we got the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Swords. This is really interesting, and what I want to do is I'm going to pull up this book here. It's this tarot book that I stole from a library a long time ago. Don't talk about it. And it does have this one bit where it talks about certain combinations of cards. So, hold on. So that's good. I just saw a page that's negatives, and it wasn't that. All right. So we're going to pull the 7. This book is amazing, by the way. 7 is the holy number. So, 7 is the number of victory and harmony. The law 7 governs all creation. 7 manifests the cosmic order, the origination of universal energies. To be the 7th heaven is to find supreme facility. 7 represents the perfect dynamic of cyclical completion and renewal. This cosmic number is held to be the most sacred of all religions. The Bible and the Quran are filled with sets of 7. This number encompasses the totality of mortal life, combining 3 theological ventures with 4 cardinal ventures. In discussion, its potency, Hippocrates described it in the following. The number 7, though its hidden virtues, sustains the being of all created things. It dispenses life and movement. Even celestial spheres feel its influence. It is endowed with the magical, mystic properties and invites vast transformations. However, the uncomfortable anxiety accompanies the effects, implying, as it does, the passage from the known to the unknown. Transformation must usher the beginnings of a new cycle, and the anxiety following change, especially in the face of the mysterious uncertainty of new life. In the tarot deck, 7 stirs up conflict. Comfort and security reveal themselves to be unstable and cannot be taken for granted. To preserve them, one must take steps. If one applies himself, the prospects are good. Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands and 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords is the, hold on. Wait. Actually, let me just double check, because I'm using the traditional tarot, which doesn't have any pictures on it to tell you what it's about. Pretty sure the 7 of Swords is the guy being sneaky, and the 7 of Wands is the celebration. But let me double check. Back to my book. I know, I'm such a nerd. I'm just going to read to you guys, because I know you love it. Okay. I know, I was just on the page. So the 7 of Swords offers hope when affairs are going badly. One must not depend upon good fortune, but rather in one's own continuing efforts. We can reach our goal. It tells us to listen to good counsel, to preserve confidence and courage, and pursue our arms with unwavering dedication. Our fate is in our own hands. The 7 of Wands announces great material success, accomplishment of professional endeavors, and sometimes good fortune in lotteries or chance games. Its influence is dynamic and invigorating. And victories, yes, so that's a Victoria card. Yeah, that's what I thought. Victories is dynamic and invigorating. Victories seem to be in no doubt or difficult to obtain suddenly. Seems most in doubt or difficult to obtain suddenly. If they fall into our laps, the strongest and most stubborn enemies are overcome with little or apparent effort, and discussions and negotiations are sure to lead to positive outcomes. So you have you need to struggle. It's necessary to struggle, but you're really good at this kind of fight. That's what we have here. So what I'm getting from that with the Star card, the Judgment, so we had this place where we got this shock, we felt naked, we felt judged, we felt vulnerable. But it actually was this cosmic thing that was bigger than us, which is the Star card, which is like wishes granted. This is the wish and fulfillment card. Now, it came up upside down. When this card comes up upside down, I almost always see it as we're getting what we want, but we didn't know we wanted it that way. So we'd be like, oh no, it hurts, but okay, this is actually what I asked for. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm getting like rhinoplasty in my head. So maybe somebody had a nose job. And there's this known struggle, but known that you're good at it. Like this, actually, you've perfected this art. You know you have to go through this. You know, like it's momentum building. You know, you you're going out on a leap of faith. Like they said in the book, 4 and 3, right? 4 is the traditional number of stability, and 3 is the number of energy moving. Like 3 is the number of cyclical energy, right? So it's the number of cycles. The first number of cycles is a 3. And that's the same thing as when you get the 4, and you get the 4 and the 3 together, you have this cyclical, progressive, stable progression. You have this, like, it's stability growing, but as much as that feels good, it is a powerful stressor and it can exhaust you. So you had a wish granted where judgment just came down hard and you had to go through some shit, but you came out on top. So let's get some confirmation on the Hermit card, please, reversed. 3 cards on the Hermit card reversed. I just looked up and it was 2222. There's the Temperance card I was talking about, and something's flipped up over here. Hold on. Something flipped upside down. I saw it. Didn't it? There it is. Page 4. Okay, so the 3 cards that I got on top of the Hermit were Temperance. This very much looks like the Star card. I said about holding the 2 things and mixing them together, the red and the white, except this is an angel, and she's fully clothed in blue and white, and blue in this deck represents what white does in the other deck, which is spirituality and emotional spiritual connection, and then the red is the physical. So this angel is wrapped in both, and she's mixing the spiritual and the physical to get a new thing. And Temperance talks about taking your time and being patient and letting things work their magic out, okay? Not expecting results right away. You have to take your time and be patient with these things, which very much is a Hermit thing. Now, seeing that she's reversed, I see this magic was forced on you. This mix was forced on you. It almost feels like this blend was like thrown up in the air, and it's like, okay, what's gonna happen? But it's still an angel card. You still have a major arcana on top of another major arcana. That happened twice already now. Then I have the 4 of Pentacles, also reversed, okay? 4 of Pentacles is like, I have what I have and I'm too greedy and I'm too nervous and insecure to try for anything else. So I'm just going to stay in this position where I'm kind of comfortable and I'm not going to try any harder to be anything else. Not helpful. Obviously, this was falling down. It was reversed, so it's definitely not working for you. You felt like somebody was taking your pentacles. You felt like you were insecure, like what was yours wasn't really yours. And then I have this Page of Pentacles here. Wait, is that the page? LA? 1 second. I'm forgetting my Italian. Right. I just have to see the king. I'm not going to pull any more cards from that deck. Where's the king? I want to make sure I'm not saying king. Of course there's not a king for like ever. Okay, so this is the Page. The Page of Pentacles. I thought it was, but he kind of looks like a king. So the Page of Pentacles is sitting back and like really taking in your worth. Like on a young, happy level. This could also be a young energy of a young male, a young fire sign. But the Page, or a young earth sign, sorry. The Page of Pentacles, it talks about stopping. And also when we add this to this, the Four of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles, we get a poverty feeling. Okay, so this page doesn't feel secure in their financial stability. That's what this is. It's a very youthful feeling of not feeling internally secure, feeling a natural attachment to poverty consciousness because of this Four of Pentacles plus the 1 equals 5, and 5 is poverty consciousness. We have this immature idea of money, and we have this greedy idea of money, poverty consciousness, right? So that's really what was discovered with this Hermit energy. Okay, so I'm just going to flip those cards over, and I'm going to shuffle them. So that, like I said, the Five of Wands can come out in a way, if it comes out through other cards, like the Five of Pentacles just did now. If it wants to, it wants to. Trust me, they'll make a way. All right, going forward. This is the Magician. We had it reversed. Really approaching the table, learning the trade, putting on the robe, stepping into it. Nine of Wands. Interesting. There is a wand on the Magician's table. There's 1 cup, 1 wand, 1 pentacle. Excuse me, 1 pentacle and 1 sword. So whatever lower arcana that we get, we can add 1 to, and we will be able to understand what that Magician's going to do with it, because you're the Magician in this one. So I got 2 cards at the end here. Ooh, Queen of Wands too. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles makes the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's do this. I got cups, pentacles, wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, this is exciting. This is exciting. So first off, I will say the Queen of Wands is reversed, but she was the last card I got. She kind of came in, slipped in with the Nine of Wands. Like I said about the Magician, anytime the Magician is paired with anytime the Magician is paired with a card, we're going to take the number of the card and add it 1, because he's got 1 of everything. So this is the Nine of Pentacles, which talks about independent abundance. Like, that's really, you've got your bills paid, you've got your house rent paid, you know you got you. Okay? But with this guy, when you step into your Magician power, you don't have just you. You got a 10 of Pentacles situation. You got a foundation of hereditary money coming down a lineage line as soon as you add that Magician. You got to step into your Magician if you want your Nine of Pentacles, independent abundance, to become, family abundance, bigger abundance, for everybody abundance, 10 of Pentacles. If you step into your Magician, you will have a 10 of Wands. Okay? 9 of Wands, exhausting. 10 of Wands, you are done. You are carrying everything. You have carried a village on your back with 10 of Wands. Okay? Once you step into this, you can fortify a freaking village. You have all of the materials you need. But you will be tired. And you need to recognize that, yes, you're approaching the table. Yes, you're about to learn how to use that staff. But to get to this table, you had to carry 9 staffs with you. Okay, so fire and creation of new ideas and brazen new energy and fiery, hypersexual or super motivated by action. These things are not important to you right now. They make you tired. Okay? So we're going to stay away from things that involve action. And it's going to be more about inaction. Queen of Wands, reversed, very defensive. Okay, she's very defensive. She's very fiery and bitter when it comes to trusting people, having faith in people, fighting for other people. She just likes to keep her shit to herself. Queen of Wands reversed. And she's quite bitter. And she can be aggressive to the wrong people because she's not trusting. So when we add the Queen to the Magician here, we get 2 wands. 2 of Wands. So when you bring this, you know, angry, repressed feminine energy out and add your Magician magic to it, you'll become 2 of Wands, which will bring you to a place where you can add new energy. Okay? You can start over instead of just being like abundant with everybody else's pressure and excitement and fire. You can transform it with your new staff as a magician. You can transform it and become, and lower that responsibility and lower that weight of having to push the fire for everyone, and just go back to the 2 of Wands where you can have yours and manifest a future. And that's it. That's all you need. You only need to be at the 2 of Wands. And the 6 of Cups. Okay, so the 6 of Cups really talks about looking at the past and being nostalgic about what was, and being happy and loving, you know, memories and sitting in memories and kind of living yourself in a happy time. And, you know, where's your happy place in your mind? That's 6 of Cups energy. With the Magician, you now have 7 Cups. When you get to 7 Cups, there may be too many options. There may be too many accesses of different pleasures, and you don't know what to do with that. I would say, as a magician, there may be pressure to, I'm going to say it out loud, pressure to drink, pressure to get out of your focus so that you can spread your energy around to 7 different cups. That's not what you need to be doing. Okay? You do not need to focus on love and filling other people's cups, or filling your own cups, or watering all the plants in the house. Like, that's not you. You are, if you focus on love too much, you're going to get distracted. You came to this table as a magician to get money. Don't forget that you are approaching your inherent gifts, whatever they may be, whatever your inherent money making is, whatever your inherent style of love is, whatever your inherent style of logic is, your swords, whatever inherent style of passion wands is, that's what you're approaching. You're approaching your hereditary gifts, okay? And I'm telling you right now, you don't need to focus on love. You don't need to focus on fires. You don't need to focus on logic at all. You have a new idea. No swords came up in here except the ones he's got, which means you have a brand new logical conception. And you need to take it and make your 9 of Pentacles 10. Okay? It's all about the Benjamins. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. I'm so glad nobody's here to laugh at me. All right, let's pull some cards here from some of my Oracle decks. Okay. Okay, so the first pile, which is the past, the one that had the 7 of Swords and the wish granted that hurt, Libra reversed. Oh, sorry, Aries reversed. So this was an ego issue. This was a ego battle. Whatever this situation was that has led you to this place, it was an ego battle. You were dealing with ego energy, and maybe even Aries people that triggered this. Second pile, which is the where we are now, which is, realizing there's poverty consciousness in the mix that's blocking you. That is Aquarius energy. That's new formative ideas, which makes a lot of sense, because if we think about it, everything just moved out of Aries and into Taurus, and Saturn is supporting everything, and so is Jupiter from Aquarius. So the growth and the potential for, change is really coming at us from Aquarius energy. I got Taurus reversed for the last pile. So this is definitely about Taurus season. We are coming into our Venetian abilities to manifest our own great free wills. You're approaching the table. Pay attention to what you have collected to get you to this point. If you are carrying a huge bag of other people's wands, you can put them down now. You're not here to play with fire. You're here to make money. And that's exactly what Taurus does. Taurus makes money. So that's been your reading. I will say the 10 of Cups is at the bottom of this deck. And I can never remember what he's called. I call him the Pope card. In traditional tarot, it's called the Pope card. Talks about dogma and traditional religional rituals and such. This looks a lot like a wedding. Just saying. Anyways, I love you all. I'm going to upload this now. Thank you so much for reading with me today. Bye.